Hi.
Turn it on, you can start in a minute, right?
Look, but still give me that little wave from the back. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this historic launch of the Guyana Together campaign. My name is Elizabeth, and I'll be your chairperson for this very short session. I'd like to invite you to stand as we recite the national pledge. I pledge myself to honor always the flag of Guyana and to be loyal to my country, to be obedient to the laws of Guyana, to love my fellow citizens, and to dedicate my energies towards the happiness and prosperity of Guyana. Thank you. Please be seated. I had to look at those words because reading them just now takes on a whole new meaning. To love my fellow citizens. And that is the essence of why we're here today. I am proud to be associated with this campaign and welcome you to the launch of Guyana Together. It is a homegrown grassroots campaign that will focus on telling stories of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender Guyanese and the allies who support them. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome many of you here today, our friends, our allies, members of the diplomatic and right in front. I see Dylan at the back, and if I miss anybody else, my apologies. These glasses are really not working. Thank you so much, Reverend Miss Knott, for being here today. Pamela Knott, Carenza, thank you so much for being here. Our campaign partners, the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the Black Entrepreneurs Association. How can I forget my partner? He's sitting right there standing out with the pro. The Guyana Press Association and Society Against Sexual Orientation Discrimination. The story of Guyana is a place where our people of many cultures, backgrounds, and identities come together as one. Each day, Guyanese people work towards a country in which we are united as one people, rooted in the belief that together we are stronger. But for too long, gay and lesbian people in Guyana have been forced to live in the shadows, forced into silence by discriminatory, outdated laws that criminalize consensual, intimate relationships between two men. While many Guyanese personally know a friend, family member, neighbor who's gay, bisexual, or transgender, these are many conversations that have mostly taken place behind closed doors and have not been spoken about publicly. The Guyana Together campaign is launching today to invite Guyanese to publicly join this national conversation, to learn more about who our gay and trans neighbors are and what it means to treat everyone with respect in Guyana. The impact and legacy of this campaign, the impact and legacy of this law goes far beyond the law itself by creating stereotypes, misunderstanding, and fear that harm all lesbians, gay, bisexual, and transgender people in Guyana. And while this campaign will uplift the experiences of gay and trans people, we will focus equally on the growing number of allies across Guyana who are breaking the silence by speaking up and calling on our fellow Guyanese to respect our gay and trans friends and loved ones. Starting this week, the campaign will launch a national television advertising campaign, bringing many of the powerful stories you will hear today to the living rooms and phones across the country, sparking conversations between families, friends, co-workers, neighbors about the importance of respecting all families. With a majority of CARICOM countries having now overturned their laws criminalizing intimacy between two men, and the polls showing a strong majority support among Guyanese for overturning our country's laws, there has never been a more important time for this conversation right here at home. We invite all Guyanese to visit GuyanaTogether.gy to join our campaign, What Heartfelt Stories for Real Guyanese People, and take the pledge to support Guyana, where our gay and trans neighbors are respected. We start this launch today by sharing these stories with you. And I want to invite our first speaker, Avinash Narayan, to address you. I will also ask our tech allies to just cue Avinash's video right after his remarks. Avinash.
Thank you, Nazima. Good morning, everyone. My name is Avinash Narayan. I am a designer and the CEO of Burning Desire Designs. I'm proud to be here at this launch of Guyana Together. As a gay man, I know how important this campaign is. I grew up in Berbice and on the east coast of Demerara, communities where it was challenging to come out as a gay man. Many people hide themselves and many still do. For me, I realized that I could not be who I am without being open. I'm proud of how far I have come and the support and respect I have received. But I know many others are not as lucky. So I hope this campaign will open doors for other members of the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender community, especially young people who may feel unwelcome and afraid. As long as the law continues to discriminate against gay men, it will send a message that we can be treated unfairly. Changing our laws is part of becoming a nation where everyone is treated with respect. I was pleased to share a piece of my story with a good friend, Crystal. I'm sorry she cannot be here today, but I'm glad she chose to stand with me. Thank you.
Narayan.
First met Avinash through one of my friends, and it was an instant meeting between two souls.
Crystal is a genuine person. She loves fashion.
He's one of those souls that once you meet him, it's hard not to love him.
My grandmother, my mother, and her eldest sister, they were seamstresses. And I guess that's where my inspiration came from. It was very hard for me coming out to my family. Back then, being gay wasn't accepted. There is still a lot of stigma and discrimination attached to us. But at the end of the day, I'm human just like you are.
It's important for me to be an ally on such an important topic because he's my friend. He's also a human being, and everybody needs support.
There is such genuine love and support coming from that message, and we do really appreciate it, Avinash, and thanks to Crystal for being part of that video and telling your story. I will now call on Karensa Grigsandi Bart from the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry for her remarks.
Good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the diplomatic corps, it's really an honor to see all of you. Members of the private sector, my name is Karensa Grigsandi Bart. People usually address me as Kerry. It's easier to say Kerry than say Karensa. I sit on the council of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, and I'm also the chair of the Membership and Diversity Committee. So it is with great enthusiasm and pride that I stand before you today to endorse the Guyana campaign, the Guyana Together campaign, and also stamp the GCCI's partnership with the Guyana Together campaign. As a prominent private sector organization, we believe in the power of unity, equality, and inclusivity. As a member-driven association representing over 700 businesses of all sizes, we're working towards improving economic climate and quality of life in Guyana. The values that this campaign embodies aligns perfectly with our own principles and aspirations for a better future. The Guyana Together campaign, initiated by SASUD Guyana, is a remarkable endeavor aimed at fostering positive change in our society. It seeks to build upon a significant progress made in increasing the support in the LGBTQ community in Guyana. It is a call for a new era where our laws respect and protect our LGBTQ neighbors, where equal treatment is not just a dream, but a reality for all. As a private sector organization, we recognize the importance of diversity and inclusivity in the workplace and beyond. We firmly believe that a harmonious society thrives on acceptance, understanding, and presenting equal opportunities for all individuals, regardless of their sexual orientation or gender identity. By endorsing the Guyana Together campaign, we affirm our commitment to these values and to creating an environment where everyone feels valued and respected. We lend our support to this campaign. We aim to support the voices of the LGBTQ Guyanese and their loved ones. We understand the power of storytelling, as we just heard Avinash's, and the impact it can have in fostering empathy, understanding, and change. We will actively participate in sharing these stories with our organization, showcasing experiences, struggles, and triumphs. Through this, we hope to create a safe space for dialogue, education, and growth within our own walls. We're excited about this opportunity to collaborate with SASUD and the Black Entrepreneurs Association. Together, we are eager to organize events, workshops, and discussions, not only to raise awareness, but also to provide tangible solutions and actionable steps towards a more inclusive society. We invite other private sector organizations to join us in endorsing the Guyana Together campaign. Let us come together to create a nationwide conversation to revise our laws and to pave the way for a future where diversity is celebrated and equal treatment is a norm. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karensa, and we do appreciate the commitment coming from one of the organizations in Guyana that has been rooted in championing so many things. I'd like to now call on Reverend Patricia Shiritan Besnot of the Guyana Presbyterian Church for her remarks.
Good morning, all. Greetings. It's a joy to be here with you on this very important occasion. I applaud the courageous work which is being done by our LGBT organizations, our allies, our friends, our human rights organizations to break barriers and to transform Guyana to a land where peace with justice and dignity for all will reign. I am happy to support our lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender family. To do otherwise would be to stand on the side of a fractured society afflicted with hate, intolerance, and lacking in compassionate love, justice, and grace, which are the fundamentals of what it means to be human. My faith has taught me that we have a moral obligation to stand up for our common humanity. As children, we are taught the golden rule of treating others as we would like to be treated. But currently, our laws allow some of us to be treated with disregard, disrespect, and even with disdain. And we have seen here in Guyana prejudice, great prejudice and harm against LGBTIQ persons. I stand here today representing not just myself, but the diverse and growing community of faith leaders and people of faith who share this belief. And friends all, now is the time to strengthen our resolve to join in solidarity with our siblings who are marginalized, cast out, and denied equal rights under the laws of Guyana. Friends, we know in our hearts that all Guyanese deserve nothing less than full equality under the law and freedom from discrimination. Guyana cannot progress without addressing discriminatory laws which hurt individuals, families, communities, and the nation as a whole. We must support the call for a review of such laws to respect and uphold the sacred dignity and worth of all people. Faith communities need to support and galvanize in the fight for equality. We must heed the call to be a prophetic voice in these times, working together for the full human dignity of all of God's children. I believe that most Guyanese would agree, no matter our different religious beliefs, that we cannot be silent when any law targets our neighbors for unfair treatment. As people of faith, we believe that every human being, every person is created in God's image, including LGBTIQ persons. We are called to love one another and to be reconciled to God and to each other. The Word of God tells us to welcome all God's creation into the fold of God's grace, just as a mother hen tends to her brood, Matthew 23:37-39. We all share in this common call to welcome and honor one another, regardless of belief and practice, gender, ethnicity, or sexual orientation. I call on Guyana to support the Guyana Together campaign and hope that it will spark a national conversation about LGBTQ persons and what is required for justice and fairness to prevail. Our dialogue or conversation will need to be initiated with respect, which is key to overcoming fear and prejudice, so we may all move forward to grow together in love and understanding. So we pray that this time will be one of listening with our hearts to those who differ from us in their sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression. I hope the community of faithful will join this campaign and critical conversation, and that our political leaders will share in this discussion so Guyana can truly move forward together. For this I pray, may God's peace and strength be with all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Coming from you, Reverend Presnott, is very important for this campaign as a faith leader, and provides much support to everyone out there looking on. We do have a diverse list of supporters and allies, and I'd like to welcome Pamela Knott. Pamela Knott is a social worker and also she's board director at Help and Shelter. Pamela.
Thank you very much, Nazima. Friends, a pleasant good morning. First of all, I'm having a bad hair day, so excuse me. But as you heard, my name is Pamela, and I am proud to be here today to support the launch of Guyana Today campaign. Guyana is a land of 6 races, and I rather suspect we are moving to 7 as the landscape has been changing drastically over the years, especially considering our migrant population. Despite our differences in culture and tradition, we are evolving a nation where we should respect each other. The reason is simple. What unites us as Guyanese is far more than what separates us. Our diversity is our strength. But for too long, our lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender neighbors have been forced to live in the shadows. As a result of outdated laws that have made it difficult for many to live openly as their authentic selves, my organization, Help and Shelter, and I are committed and proud to join this campaign, as we strongly believe that everyone in this great country should be treated with respect and equality. And that must include gay and lesbian people. As a proud patriotic Guyanese woman, mother, daughter, and a host of other roles who believe in equal opportunities and rights for everyone to be treated with the respect and dignity we all deserve. In my career as a professional social worker and consultant, I've worked with many marginalized and vulnerable groups who have suffered the impact of unjust laws. And it has demonstrated to me that for change to occur, allies cannot be silent. We just cannot. Our voices need to be heard loud and clear. We must speak, and speak we must, to stand and support our neighbors who are being faced with unfair treatment. It is not necessary for us to understand everything about everyone. It means, and what it means to be gay and lesbian, to agree that everyone in Guyana should have an opportunity to pursue their dreams, to be part of their communities, to be involved in the decision-making processes, and to be afforded dignity and that respect. Is that really too much to ask from us? I was raised to uphold the principle that we should love one another as ourselves, to treat everyone with dignity and respect without being prejudiced and have biases. Let us have that paradigm shift in our focus by moving away from the harmful myths and stereotypes that exist in our society today. Today, I call on my fellow Guyanese to do the same, to commit and recommit in joining this growing diverse movement of people who believe. It is time for the laws of our country to match the values of its people and to treat our gay and lesbian neighbors with respect and dignity. Let us inspire and motivate each other in promoting equal rights and opportunities for all. Guyana today is all a we. I stand proudly here to endorse Guyana today. I thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you for that personal and passionate plea, Pamela and Not. One of our videos, we're doing it for to show you next. One of our allies, she could not be here today. She wanted to be here as much as possible, but because a lot of our allies have very full-time jobs that really take them away, she was called away to court. This video actually features Sebi and Crystal, and I invite you to take a look.
And how I lost her, it was a very hard reality for me.
I met Crystal through a friend who asked me to speak to her. The first time I saw her, my spirit just took a liking to her. I see Crystal as my daughter. I haven't given birth to Crystal, but I feel as if I do.
I felt alone. I got the support I needed from her.
I understand that Crystal was a lesbian. I choose to accept and embrace and love everybody. I'm a Christian and I believe we are all God's children. God loves everyone. It's about time we all get educated enough to know that, you know what, everybody is just the same human.
She never questioned it. She just supported me right through it.
So I see her as a young woman full of potential. Crystal and every gay and lesbian person should be treated with respect in Guyana.
Thank you, and we will be launching our campaign with that video and the others to follow. I now invite somebody who is no stranger to us all, Joel Simpson, Managing Director of SASA Guyana, for his remarks.
Thank you, Nazima, Public Relations Consultant for the Guyana Together campaign and also President of the Guyana Press Association. Members of the Diplomatic Corps, I recognize colleagues from the UK, Mexico, I see colleagues from Argentina, members of the religious community, Reverend Pat Manzubash, colleagues from the Guyana Equality Forum, partners from the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Black Entrepreneurs Association, Guyana Press Association, and members of the media, friends all, good morning. And thank you for joining us today on this historic occasion. The Guyana Together campaign is over 2 years in the making. It sounds crazy when I think about it, but we started these conversations in April of 2021. I was actually just looking back at my notes to see when. And we started this conversation during the pandemic when we were at a place where we were trying to figure out how we would take acceptance and respect in Guyana to the next level. And one of the things that we wanted to know was how the country was doing. And we had done our first poll in 2013. And clearly it was time to do another poll again. And guess what we found? That in those 9 years, acceptance had grown from 19% to 34.5%. Significant change. So many more people said, so many more Guyanese said that they accepted the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people in their lives. And overall, we had acceptance and tolerance together. Tolerance being a separate category, a kind of middle ground, I call it, at about 72.4%. We also found that 54%, more than half of the population, supports repealing the laws which criminalize intimacy between consenting adult men in private. And that was a very significant finding for us. In addition to that, at least half the population, or just over half the population, 50.6%, said they knew someone who was a lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, or transgender. And there was a correlation between knowing someone and acceptance of LGBTIQ people. So that was an important finding for us. It told us that for that 49.4% who didn't know an LGBT person personally, we needed to bring real life stories of people to them, to their homes, to their workplaces, to their communities, to their faith groups. And that is how the Guyana Together campaign started. My colleagues at partner organizations in the GCCI, the Black Entrepreneurs Association, the Press Association, would recall me engaging them many months ago, keeping them updated as we started to develop this idea and we started to work on this campaign. And the first video, which we didn't show today, featuring my friend Tariq Williams, who's sitting in the second row here, was actually finished last August, a year ago. And we wanted to make sure that we had a certain number of videos and stories and messengers under our belt before we could come here and launch today. So this has been a long time coming, and there's a lot that has happened and has had to go into this behind the scenes to get us here. With that said, I really want to thank especially the campaign partners who have agreed to present this campaign with us. The Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Black Entrepreneurs Association, which SASA Guyana is an active member of both groups. Thanks especially to the Guyana Press Association as well for agreeing to work and present this campaign with us. And to last night at 11 p.m. I was counting, the over 63 organizations and businesses that to date have endorsed the campaign. All Guyanese organizations and businesses. And endorsements are still coming in as we're sitting here. I could see them coming in on my phone. Thank you to those as well for joining and endorsing and supporting this campaign. Now, I want to ask all of you to do one favor for me as we hear. The campaign is new. We're just on social media. So literally get out your devices and whatever social media application you might be on, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, those are the 4 that we're on. And follow from your personal page and from your organizations and your embassies and offices page, Guyana Together. It would be www.facebook.com/Guyana Together. On YouTube, we would be youtube.com/@Guyana Together. www.twitter.com/Guyana Together. And on TikTok, www.tiktok.com/@Guyana Together. And follow, like, share the content that we have previewed here today. We'll start going live today after this launch. And also these videos will start airing on national television this evening. As you sit back at home and relax to watch the evening news, you will start to see some of the videos that you've seen here today on national television. Thank you all very much for your support. I didn't recognize my colleague, Adrian, from the US Embassy. She's at the corner of my eye. Good to see you, Adrian, good friend and ally. I thank you all very much for your support. Please continue to support the Guyana Together campaign. This is not a short-lived campaign. In this first phase is for at least 2 years, because we recognize that a conversation needs to be started and change takes a bit of time. We're trying to spark a conversation that will take us to the next level, that will increase acceptance and respect for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people in Guyana. And with your support, we can take those numbers that I quoted, those stats from the poll, we can get them even higher in 2 years. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much. So you have been charged to also be agents of change, promote this campaign as much as possible, and continue to help us with support. I want to say we're not only breaking ceilings today for this campaign with its launch, but look at the time management. We're at the end. I just wanted to dedicate a few minutes for any questions you may have. We do have a roaming mic and the floor is open. If you don't have any questions, we are available for press briefs. You see, Joel is sharply dressed for the cameras today. So you can catch him in a corner for any questions you may have. Personally, I'd like to thank everybody who's sitting here with us today and who has supported this campaign. Those behind the scenes, you know yourself. Some of them are also in the room. Some of them are watching live from their destinations. Thank you so much for your support. For everybody who has dedicated time to be in the videos, work in the videos, we do appreciate it. Mr. CCW, you have a comment or a question? Sure. Right behind you.
Good morning, everyone. First, let me introduce myself. Gerald Clark, General Secretary of the Clerical Commercial Workers. And the union is part of 3 international affiliates. One, the IUF, President Tourism, President Agriculture and Tobacco Workers. Then we have transport workers. And then we have the commerce, this union. And being a trade union is advocate for human rights. And most passion is defending democracy. And democracy cannot survive without diversity, trade union rights, and human rights. I'm actively supporting because I sit on the LGBTI World Committee for global unions. We're really trying to build partnership and allies to support LGBTIQ because it's exclusion is not an option for trade union movement because when we go to organize workers, we can stereotype people who join union, who can everyone should join union. In being a part of the LGBTI advocacy, and personally in region, in the Caribbean region, I mean stereotype, but that is the nature of the game. And if you really passionate of human rights and representing workers, regardless who against you because of LGBTI workers, that's the life that I chose to represent LGBTI workers. I positive, negative, right from even family being stereotyped. One time, my wife asked me if I'm gay. I said, no, I'm a trade unionist. I'm here to represent workers, regardless of the gender identity or sex. And that is the game of the day, is to represent human rights, represent workers.
Thank you, Mr. Carr. Such an important message and commitment today coming from Mr. Clark and such heartfelt and personal story. We appreciate you sharing it with us today. Thank you. I'm looking around if there is anybody else. I don't believe we have shy persons. But again, I'm putting Joel again on the spot. He is open for interviews. And with that, we've come to the end of the program. Again, please follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and of course our website, which is also, it is open today. Yes. So GuyanaTogether.gy. Thank you again, everybody. And thank you for being here.
Don't all just go away just yet. The official part is done. If you can stay back to have some photos with us, especially. I'll start with the speakers today and the campaign messengers, and then we could try to do a big group photo with everybody here. I'm gonna have to ask Philip to help direct us. So let's start with the speakers and the campaign messengers. That would be Tariq included. One photo, and then a big group photo. Please join us at the front. So we come this way. You want to come this photo? I don't know where to look. So many cameras. And then we can get. Yeah. Yeah. And yes, it would be campaign team next year. So it's Rowan, Diana, Mr. Guyana. Yeah. There's more, still here. Yeah, with the props. There's lots of props. The next one. Diana. And that's where after this is everybody. Yeah, never forget. Okay, yeah. Do the diplomatic one next. Yeah. We'll do the diplomatic one next. Then we'll have everybody. Yeah. Set members of the diplomatic corps and campaign messenger. Yeah. Kerry, Reverend Pat Rowan. You can join us in this photo with the diplomatic corps. Yeah, we have enough of these posters. These props. Come to the middle. Yeah. Please join us in the. Hey, John. I didn't see it all. Oh, Sabi's here. Sabi from the video. Sabi, please join us in the photo. You can come from the end. We're going to start. 1 second. Let's wait for Sabi.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, next one. Fantastic. And the last photo, everybody representing all the partners who've endorsed. Everybody here is endorsed, supported. So please just join us in one big photo. We definitely need some directions to that. So I don't know if you. Yeah, that's also good photos. So you need some directions.